What trends are we seeing in the fitness industry? That's what we're going to be talking today on our webinar. I've got Sonia and Lucy here from Les Mills, who've just commissioned a global fitness report, and hopefully that will help us in the spa industry to develop our fitness offerings. Over to you, Sonia and Lucy.
Yes, hi guys. I'm Sonia. I'm the head of business development at Les Mills UK. Just for some background, I've been in the industry with over 20 years experience in fitness and the wellbeing sector, working with operators to support them to strengthen their commercial performance. And we're super keen to support the spa sector in the same way, helping you to build stronger mind-body offerings through high quality programs. And I'll hand over to Lucy.
Thanks, Sonia, and thanks, Sarah. Hi, everyone. My name's Lucy, and I am the Regional Customer Experience Manager at Les Mills. And I work really closely with many partners across the UK, so helping them or supporting them with creating some really great group fitness experiences throughout their clubs. So, really excited today to be sharing you with some new insight that we've gained with some research that we've done through or across the globe. So, really excited to be sharing that with you today. And before we get started, I'd love to quickly just set the scene for anyone who may be less familiar with Les Mills. Les Mills, we are global leaders in group training, and we create science-backed programs like Les Mills Yoga, Pilates, Body Balance and Shapes. And these are programs that align really beautifully with spa environments. So before we dive into the detail, here's a really quick overview of what the Global Fitness Report covers. So it's based on insights from over 10,000 fitness consumers across 5 different continents. So it gives us a really good picture of what consumers want and the mindsets that are shifting out there. And the report is actually focusing on 4 key categories. So that's motivations and barriers, the rise of strength, wellness, and growth opportunities. This section of the report looks at what motivates people to be active and also what holds them back. And as we go through this, I'd like to encourage you to really think about your own membership base. So, what motivates them to engage with movement or wellness experiences? So, have a think about that. And where do you see hesitation or uncertainty or that lack of confidence? And what's interesting is that many of the barriers we'll talk about are things that spas already solve really well, and that's through the calm environments and the expert guidance and the supportive experience. Consumers today expect wellness experiences to feel elevated, varied, and energizing. So that means that ambience matters. Variety matters, and overall the experience needs to feel easy, enjoyable and purposeful. Younger guests, they often respond well to experience that offer a sense of challenge and energy. So while many guests across all ages want to leave feeling really empowered, so the continued growth in yoga, Pilates and dance-based movement clearly signals an opportunity for spas to evolve on how movement is presented within the wellness industry. Then we have attitudes, and attitudes towards exercises are changing significantly. So more adults are now regular exercises more than ever, which is so great to hear. And younger generations, in particular, the millennials and Gen Zs, make up a growing share of people engaging with fitness and wellness. So they're a big chunk of that percentage. And this is really important for spas because these younger audiences are really committed to well-being as a lifestyle and not just like an occasional indulgence. So again, there's a real opportunity here for spas to position themselves as part of their members' ongoing self-care routines. So particularly through things like recovery, stress reduction, and that sort of restorative movement. And what really stands out here is why people are choosing to work out. So things have changed. So the top motivations aren't anymore the aesthetic goals. It's more about the health, the emotional balance, stress reduction, and just simply feeling good. And that's where the industry has changed so much over the years. And that aligns really nicely with the purpose of a spa. And this insight reinforces the opportunity for spas to act as holistic well-being hubs. So that's supporting that sort of mental clarity, that emotional health, and that lifestyle balance, sort of alongside with that physical recovery. We do see differences across generations when it comes to well-being motivations, and younger adults are drawn to things like atmosphere, experience, variety, and a really strong feel and a good vibe. And this is where we've seen a lot of changes in our fitness industry over the years. Long gone are the days where on a Friday evening clubs were empty. So they're now vibrant with sort of young people wanting to work out and feel good and feel better. But then you've got your older adults, which tend to prioritize their sort of general health, their balance, and sustainable lifestyle choices. And for spas, success comes from offering both. So it can be that sort of energizing, experience-led environment, along with that sort of health focus service as well. So tailoring your offer across these needs allows you to broaden your appeal without losing that sort of clarity. Younger generations are motivated by exploration, challenge, and connection, and they seek experiences that feel new, social, and engaging, and not that sort of passive or repetitive. And for spas, this could really mean introducing experiences like things like guided breath work or short dynamic movement sessions or small group mind body experiences, and that will make them really feel purposeful and be able to socialize with friends at the same time. Most exercises are doing a mix of activities. So that's things like walking, cycling, swimming, strength training, yoga, and Pilates. And this really highlights two key opportunities that I see for spas. So, first of all, supporting recovery from active lifestyles. And second, sort of offering that mind body experience that really does complement what guests are already doing elsewhere. Spas have become the place members or guests want to come to restore, to rebalance, and enhance the benefits from their wider fitness routines. And people choose group experiences because of the energy, the music, the social interaction, and that expert guidance. And that same dynamic can work incredibly well in that spa context, especially through smaller, more intimate group wellness sessions. And the key is creating a space that really feels supportive, social, and uplifting rather than just intimidating. Okay, so we're going to move on to the strength section now. And strength-based movement has seen some of the strongest growth over recent years. People aren't just curious about strength anymore, they're actively seeking it out to feel capable, confident, and resilient, which is so great to see. And again, for spas, this doesn't mean that they need to become a gym. It means recognizing where your environment removes the barriers that stop people engaging with strength in traditional fitness spaces. So, a huge opportunity here. Many people, for what the research says, many people really feel intimidated by strength training environments or unsure where do they start. That's one thing that's come back from the research. So spas have a powerful opportunity to position themselves as this safe, supportive environment, especially for like beginners that want that sort of beginner friendly pathway, and they want that expert led guidance that's going to help them through something they really want to do. Because we know that strength is huge in the industry right now. We hear it all the time, but where do we start, or where do your members start with it? And this is where we have this opportunity by combining that sort of movement with that recovery, that calm environment that spas can really offer to build that confidence. A major gap, as I've mentioned already, for many is the guidance and how to move safely, how to progress, and even how to recover properly. And your business can step into that space as a trusted sort of educational led wellness destination. So you can offer movement workshops, guided sessions, and recovery sessions that can really support with those results and, more importantly, that confidence for your members or your guests. Community plays a huge role in consistency and motivation, especially as we've mentioned before for those younger demographics. So again, your business can really create that sense of belonging through small group recovery, stretch breath work, or movement experiences that really do encourage that connection and that shared purpose, which is what they're really asking for. And this strengthens the loyalty, and that really does turn that sort of wellness into that shared experience, which I love. There's also a really large group of people that are interested in strength but are not currently doing any strength type of training or participating in anything strength wise. And their barriers simply are confidence. It's that not having the knowledge and that feeling of intimidation of walking into an environment where they feel like they don't know what they're doing. So it's not the lack of interest, it's more around how they feel, or that lack of confidence going into that environment. So a spa environment is perfectly placed to be a gentle entry point through guided, that sort of low pressure experience, sort of paired with the recovery that comes with it as well. And then we look at the aspiring lifters, and this group really wants strength training to feel enjoyable and supported, but not overwhelming. And this is where we find that group-based guided experience does remove those sort of barriers all at once. So that motivational structure and that coaching is what's really going to help people get that confidence, even if they are, experts or not experts, advanced in that sort of strength training space. So again, for spas, it's just really enforced the value of that sort of clarity around confidence and atmosphere over what it would over intensity.
Great. So wellness is the next section to discuss today. And as we know, this has become one of the strongest drivers of consumer behaviour. And this report really shows just how rapidly expectations are evolving. So what we now know, people are no longer looking for isolated treatments or occasional self-care. They're seeking integrated, holistic experiences that support both physical and mental well-being. And this shift creates a clear opportunity. Your businesses are already trusted environments for restoration, calm, and expert guidance, which positions you perfectly to meet growing demand for the structured mind-body experiences such as yoga, Pilates, breathwork, and functional mobility. So by expanding beyond the traditional treatments into those guided movements and wellness programming, you can really deepen the member and guest engagement. You can really extend the dwell time, and most importantly, you can strengthen the value proposition. And the data shows a growing consumer demand for structured wellness experiences, as we've heard. And this opens a clear commercial opportunity for spas to grow revenue and to differentiate your offer and to increase guest spend. Spas that expand into structured mind-body programming can increase the time that members spend with you, which is going to drive a higher guest yield. It's going to attract new audiences and will help you position yourself as a year-round wellness destination, not just a treatment provider. Rising demand for mind-body experiences creates a clear commercial upside for spas to generate new revenue, drive new loyalties, differentiate, as we've mentioned, and really capture that growing interest in the mental well-being focused sector. So we know that people are already engaging in a broad mix of wellness activities, as Lucy mentioned, from yoga and meditation to breathwork, creative pursuits, spending time in nature and social connection, showing a growing appetite for holistic well-being rather than single service experiences. And this creates a strong commercial opportunity for you to position yourself as the central hub of that ecosystem by offering mind-body sessions, reflective spaces, and recovery experiences that bring these behaviours together in one curated environment. So now really is the moment to broaden your offer and capture this demand by integrating a structured wellness programme that keeps guests returning. And most people see their gym as an important part of their overall wellness, but many still feel something is missing, and it's particularly yoga, breathwork, and meditation. And this presents a major opportunity for spas to fill that gap by offering that mind-body experience people want, but they're not getting it from their gym. By positioning yourself as the wellness complement to fitness, providing calming spaces, restorative treatments, and a high-quality mind-body session, spas can meet the rising demand for holistic well-being that goes beyond exercise alone. Gym members report a strong understanding of what wellness means, how to improve it, and to feel happier with their overall well-being, more than a non-gym member. And this indicates that people who are already engaged in fitness are more aware, they are more motivated, and they're more invested in their personal wellness journeys. For spas, this presents a prime opportunity. Wellness literate customers are actively looking for services that deepen their well-being, not just single treatments. Spas can position themselves as the natural next step, offering recovery, stress reduction, mental clarity, and holistic care that complements an active lifestyle. Strengthening links between fitness and spa services can help capture this highly engaged audience and enhance your guest experience and loyalty. And then the final part of the report really highlights the biggest growth opportunities. So this is the really exciting stuff. And these opportunities are emerging across the whole wellness landscape. It's going to explore how trends such as wearables, AI-led workouts, and GLP-1 medications are influencing consumer expectations and behaviour. Some of these technologies are accelerating quickly, while others are creating uncertainty and hesitation among consumers. For you, this reinforces the opportunity to position yourself as that trusted, human-centered alternative, a place where your guests and members can access expert guidance, restorative experiences, and personalised wellbeing support amid a fast-changing, tech-driven marketplace. Consumers increasingly use technology to track their wellness. Yeah, we know that, no surprise. But the interesting thing is they still prefer human-led experiences when it comes to those meaningful wellbeing activities. And this creates a strong commercial opportunity for spas to lead that market by blending the two, offering that personalised, expert-delivered treatment and classes supported by simple digital tools that enhance engagement and obviously track progress and encourage those repeat visits. With most consumers favouring natural, human-centred approaches over medical interventions and already engaging with wellness apps, spas can position themselves as a tech-supported, human-first wellness destination, combining expert touch, mindful movement, and light digital enhancement to elevate outcomes, differentiate your offer, and most importantly, drive that higher spend. So what we know, the demand for Pilates and yoga is exceptionally strong among the 18 to 35-year-olds. In fact, that age bracket make up nearly 50% of the global yoga participation. So for you, that commercial opportunity is huge. 18 to 35-year-olds are now also the highest spenders on well-being. They prefer human guidance over virtual coaching, and they are investing more heavily in fitness, mental wellness, and personalised health services than any other age group. What an opportunity this is for the UK spa market. An opportunity to reposition yourself as that go-to destination for an incredibly high-value demographic. By offering a modern, human-led wellness experience, such as yoga, Pilates, breathwork, and recovery sessions, spas can capture this growing spend, build long-term loyalty, and open brand new revenue streams. Spas need to act by expanding the wellness offer, tailoring experiences to that younger consumer who's got high expectations, and market yourself as accessible, holistic wellbeing hubs, deliver both expert guidance but also that modern convenience. And what's really interesting on this slide is that you'll see that while most consumers are aware of GLP-1 medications, only a small proportion are actually using them or would even consider using them. The majority either don't feel they need these medications or just not interested in trying them. So it's an interesting reference point that highlights how much attention GLP-1s receive in the media compared to the actual reality of the real-world adoption. But this isn't something that should influence how spas shape their business or services. So operators run Les Mills because it reliably drives member engagement, strengthens retention, and increases commercial performance. As Lucy mentioned, Les Mills programs are globally recognised, they're research-backed and consistently delivered at a high standard. Commercially, Les Mills supports operators with everything needed to run successful group exercise, instructor training, ongoing education, new class releases, digital content, marketing assets, along with operational guidance. So really working with Les Mills actually reduces the workload on the internal team while improving the class quality and, most importantly, the member experience. The result is a really compelling member experience with higher occupancy in studios, stronger differentiation from competitors, and increased secondary revenue opportunities. In short, we help operators grow by delivering high quality, in-demand group experiences that keep members engaged and then keep them coming back. So what we offer spas is that stronger, more scalable and commercially robust solution rather than a single modality Pilates or yoga provider. With a wider portfolio which covers yoga, Pilates, mobility, breathwork and recovery-focused programs, spas can build complete, bookable wellness experiences rather than isolated classes. Unlike standalone instructors or niche providers, Les Mills guarantees consistent, high-quality delivery through a globally recognised brand, ensuring your guests and members receive a premium experience that's safe and reliable and protects your brand. Beyond programming, we can provide that full operational support, most importantly around the instructor developing, but we can also support with marketing assets. So we can really enable spas to attract that high-value guest, increase the dwell time, and create new, sustainable revenue streams while elevating your position as a holistic wellness destination. So if you're looking to strengthen your spa's offering by upskilling your team to deliver high-quality yoga and Pilates classes, we'd be pleased to support you. So please don't hesitate to get in touch to explore how our world-class training can build staff confidence, elevate your guest experience, and unlock meaningful commercial returns for your spa. Don't miss the opportunity to stay ahead of growing demand in the wellness market.
One of the things I was going to touch on as well, the way that you do the training, I think is really interesting. When I was working at the spa at South Lodge, and I've said this to you, we were paying sometimes £50 an hour for a yoga teacher to come. And especially in some of the spas that are a bit more remote, you know, they're not in city centres, they're in the country, there's countryside, there's actually an opportunity to use your training and use their in-house teams to do that training. Would one of you be able to provide a bit more detail on the training and the sort of prerequisites to joining the training, please?
So just before I go on to that, so I love the point you made around strength training with women in particular, and it's not about just getting a load of barbells into the spa area. It's around how, you know, strength training comes in many different forms, you know, using like the booty bands and all these different things that women love to do. So I'm really glad that you brought that point up, because that's such a big thing in the industry at the moment, and to be able to then, you know, how can we get that out to more people training in strength, and I think this is such a nice way that we can, you know, another avenue we can go in to make sure people are getting healthier and stronger. So yeah, sorry, I digress now. So the training journey for example, yoga, which Sarah, you're going to hopefully join us on yoga training, which will be really exciting. So
I
I'm going to overview of the journey and what that will look like for you. So we will book you onto training and we will provide you with all the resources you need in terms of your music, your choreography, and you will receive all that for around 2 to 3 weeks prior to your training day or training days. So the training day is or 2 full days, and that will be a specific 2 days which you would join through Teams platform. Before that, you'll have a little bit of pre-work to do, so some learning around some videos, watching some videos and around some different things, which is going to help you set up nicely to be successful for the day. You will have to do a little video of yourself doing something not too difficult. It's just no assessment included in that video, or that's not the reason for it. It's not an assessment. It's just so the instructor or the presenter, sorry, the trainer on the day has an idea of who is going to be in the room, because it's presented through a virtual platform, so they can see, you know, a little bit more around what standard you're at. So then you will join for 2 days, 2 full days, where you'll learn everything you need, or the starting point to be a successful Les Mills yoga instructor. So for those of you that aren't familiar with Les Mills, we provide all of the content, all of the choreography. We put all the sequences together for you. We do all of the hard work for you. And this is why it's very different from traditional yoga training. Traditional yoga training takes hours of learning, and that's not taking that away from anyone, and we completely are advocates for those yoga instructors that go through all of that training and teach yoga. We just make this easier for instructors. We create all the content, we put everything together for you, including the music, so you just need to be able to deliver with your authentic self the choreography that we give to you. So if you think of it in terms of like an actor getting a script, so most actors wouldn't write their own script. So if you look at it in those terms, that makes it a little bit more easier to understand what we do.
Great analogy. I love it.
Yeah, and then you spend your 2 days training with one of our amazing trainers and presenters, and then after that you have a journey of around a month to complete another video where you go through for your part of your assessment, and then you're certified based on your assessment video that you send through. Then after that, the world is your oyster. Once you become a Les Mills instructor, you open yourself up to a whole development training journey if you wish to take it. We've got tons of tools and resources to develop through as an instructor. So some instructors choose to stay as like a part-time hobby, where they might just teach once a week at their local leisure centre. Some instructors take that journey to become a trainer or presenter themselves. So we can support whichever stage in their journey they decide to take. But yeah, we'd love to be able to share more information with you. We've got a load of insight around how we partner with clubs, how we train instructors, you know, the education we provide. We are educational providers. That's what we do. We are the experts. We've been in the business for 55 years now. Is it, Sonia? I've lost touch. We've not been around quite that long, but feel like we have. But 55 years in the business. So we've got a lot of expertise with working with different sectors, different types of businesses, different people. So please come and talk to us. Please keep in touch. We're going to be at the Spa event coming up in May. And we will be at Elevate also in June. So yeah, Sonia, do you want to add anything else to that?
I think the only thing to add is there's no prerequisite to
Yes, of course. That's
becoming
a
a
really
Les
good
Mills
point.
yoga instructor. I think you've explained it really well, Lucy. And just to reiterate that our yoga programs are founded in traditional yoga practice. Yeah, and no, I think that's it. So yeah, we'll give you all the tools that you need to deliver these programs to a really high standard.
So anyone that's super keen to learn yoga, if you have a therapist that's really into yoga and is practicing at home, you could put them on the course, they could do the qualification, and they could be teaching a weekly or twice weekly yoga class for you as part of their role within the spa. There's no need for there's no for a fitness qualification or an exercise to music qualification. I think it's a game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And Absolutely. And I think the one thing I probably would, or we would recommend is that they enjoy doing that type of movement. So, taking part in a yoga class is something they do on a regular basis. Not going in completely blind because that may be more challenging. But if it's somebody that's quite familiar with yoga, then absolutely. This is a game changer. And we've trained a lot of instructors in the industry this way for other types of programming as well, not just yoga. So, and it's been hugely successful. So I have no doubt it would be the same within the spa sector as well.
I think the only thing to add from that point, Nisi, is our yoga program is effectively 4 yoga programs in one
Yes.
qualification.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we'll teach you to deliver Les Mills Yoga Hatha, Yoga Vinyasa, Breath, and Yin. So there's 4 different practices that you'll be trained and skilled to deliver. Doesn't mean you have to deliver all 4, but again, you mentioned rural spa operators, so this is a way to really expand on the schedule that you're offering. So it's not one dimensional. You can really tap into different motivators.
Yeah, I think it's one of the things the spa industry is always has a recruitment, if you're in a remote rural place, how do you recruit? And often you are end up using yoga instructors, external ones, and there's that cost. So it's nice to be able to offer it as like a development opportunity for your team, whether that's a receptionist or a therapist. But also it solves that membership thing. If your members are crying out for these classes and you don't have anyone to deliver them, then being able to look internally and get those people who are passionate about it trained up and delivering, it's just a win-win for everyone, isn't it? The person taking the course wins, the member wins, the business wins. I think it's just a really unique way of doing it because there is obviously the traditional route is hundreds of hours of practice because they create, as you so amazingly put it, Lucy, their script. Whereas you take away that piece so that they get their script, their music, and they're ready to go. I know, I think it's incredible. And that's why I'm super excited to give it a go, to be honest, because I don't have a fitness qualification. So if I can do it, I think anyone can do it.
Oh, you'll be great, Sarah. I think as well this when your team are upskilled to deliver, it gives the control back to the facility. You're not at the beck and call of an instructor and dictated by their availability. You can build a team of instructors that really then can listen to what the members want and what the guests want at what times they want it. And we hear so often that, oh, well, we'd like to put this on, but the instructor can only teach at a certain time. So again, it's giving that control back. And if anyone did want to become a fitness instructor, this could be a potential pathway for them to do that as well.
Yeah, try it out.
Opportunity, isn't it, to go down, it's more learning and more development you can offer they can offer the team. So we'd love to sort of follow your journey as well, Sarah. We could do a bit of a case study on you and how you go through that journey of training, which would be great.
Yeah. Thank you so much, both of you, for your time. It's been really great, like I said a second ago, to bring your fitness data and change it and have it prepared in a way for we can use it as spas to enhance our membership, and also for talking more about the course. Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was lovely to spend time with you. Thank you.